At 85, Paul Hogan, the Australian actor who skyrocketed to international stardom with his legendary portrayal of Mick Dundee in the Crocodile Dundee films, is finally speaking up about his once deeply personal and complicated relationship with Linda Kozlowski, his co-star turned wife whose presence in his life brought both incredible joy and eventual heartbreak. Because while their on-screen chemistry in the 1986 classic became a global sensation, translating into one of the most iconic romantic pairings of that era, off-screen their story was filled with twists, sacrifices, and an ending that fans never truly saw coming. Hogan was already a household name in Australia when Crocodile Dundee catapulted him to Hollywood fame. But it was meeting Kozlowski on set that changed his life forever, as their bond quickly grew beyond the cameras, blossoming into a love story that mirrored their fictional roles and captivated fans around the world who saw them as the real-life Dundee couple. Yet the reality of their marriage was far more complex than the fairy tale image portrayed in the press. Hogan left behind a long marriage in Australia, with 5 children, to pursue a life with Kozlowski. A decision that sparked headlines, controversy, and whispers of scandal. But for Hogan, love was worth the cost, and for years he and Kozlowski built a life together, raising their son Chance and enjoying the highs of Hollywood success mixed with quieter moments away from the spotlight. However, the very fame that brought them together also brought challenges, with Hogan struggling to adjust to life outside of his Dundee persona, and Kozlowski often feeling overshadowed by her husband's towering celebrity. And though they shared deep affection, cracks slowly began to form as their paths diverged. By 2014, after more than 2 decades of marriage, their relationship came to an end with a divorce that shocked longtime fans, who still remembered them as the perfect Dundee couple. Yet Hogan has often spoken of Kozlowski with admiration and tenderness, even after their separation, acknowledging that while their romantic journey ended, they remained bonded through their son and through the unforgettable legacy they created together on screen. At 85, Hogan now looks back on his relationship with Kozlowski not with bitterness, but with a sense of reflection, admitting that the pressures of fame, the struggles of maintaining a Hollywood marriage, and the inevitable changes of life all played a role in their story, but also emphasizing that she was a profound and important part of his life, someone who shaped not only his career but his personal journey. For Kozlowski, stepping away from the Hollywood spotlight after their divorce marked a fresh chapter, and though she has largely remained private, her time with Hogan continues to define how the public remembers her, as the luminous actress who captured Dundee's heart both on and off screen. In the end, the story of Paul Hogan and Linda Kozlowski is not just one of love and loss, but of legacy, reminding fans that behind the blockbuster films and red carpet smiles were 2 people navigating the highs and lows of fame, family and marriage, and even now, Hogan's words about her carry the weight of both nostalgia and truth. A final acknowledgement from the man who once embodied an outback hero that his greatest adventure was not surviving crocodiles, but loving, and ultimately parting with, the woman who changed his life forever.